What are the most important options when building a house? This is probably one of the best questions you can ask because building a house can get real expensive real quick. And I'm making this video because I'm flabbergasted. Where's that term even come from? Anywho, I'm flabbergasted by how many people start the home build process without knowing their budget or what options they should be adding at the time of construction versus what upgrades they can do later. No doubt, building a home is exciting, but if you're not educated, building a home can be a nightmare and you can end up throwing a lot of money away. Hi, I'm Ty the Real Estate Guy, and if you'd like to stay up to date on the latest real estate tips and trends, subscribe to my channel below and ring that bell to be notified each time I post new videos. If you have questions about buying, selling, or building a home in Utah, I would love to talk with you. Please feel free to type a message below, or you're welcome to contact me directly. Also, you'll want to watch to the end because I'm going to give you some recommendations that will make the home build process go more smoothly and in turn give you a more enjoyable experience. Okay, before we start talking about options and upgrades, there's something you need to do before you do anything else. The first, most important thing that you need to do is contact a lender and get pre-approved. You should know exactly how much home you can afford before you start the home build process. Then you need to select the right home builder. Why is this important? Because all home builders were not created equally. Some builders construct a very basic home with very little options included, while other builders include a lot of great features. In other words, you could spend tens of thousands of dollars to get the same options that come standard with another home builder. Another thing to consider is that the pricing for upgrades with some builders, in my opinion, is grossly overpriced. I've personally represented 6 different home builders in my 15 plus year career, and I can say with absolute absurdity, well, it is absurd, but what I meant to say is that I can say with a surety that some builders charge double what their competitors do for the exact same upgrades. Seriously, you can't just pick a home builder willy-nilly. Building a home is a huge decision. Do your research. So the other thing you need to do before you start the home build process is to choose the right home builder. Because I love you, I've already produced a video called How to Select the Best Home Builder. You'll want to watch that video when you're done with this one. I'll put a link below. Now that you've selected the builder, it's time to select the floor plan. But before you do this, you need to understand your budget. For instance, if you've been pre-approved for $450,000, you can't select a home with a base price of $440,000. That won't leave you with enough money to add the features and options that you'll want and need in your home. But it's also important to know that most home builders charge lot premiums. The base price of the home includes the smallest, least desirable home site. So if you want a bigger or better home site, be prepared to pay a premium for it. Lot premiums can range anywhere from a few $1,000s to tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, so now that you've selected the builder, the floor plan, and the home site, you can start the process of selecting your upgrades. In my experience, most people spend 10 to 12% of the base price of the home on upgrades. So if the starting price of your house with the home site is $400,000, you should plan on a final price of about $450,000. But this percentage can vary drastically depending on the builder you choose. If you select a home builder that already includes a bunch of great features, your cost of upgrades could be very low. But if you make the same mistake I made years ago when I built with a company that included very few options, you'll find yourself paying for every little upgrade. In this situation, you could easily end up spending $80,000 to $100,000 to get the things that you want and need. Okay, so let's start talking about upgrades. Once again, my goal is to help you avoid the common blunders I often see people make when it comes to building a house. I mean, we're talking about the largest investment most of you will ever make, and every client that I've ever guided through the home build process has had a limited budget. So it's important that you add the upgrades that not only give you the best value, but to also add the features that can't be done later. Because most of us have a limited budget, the first thought should be, what upgrades that I want will be impossible, hard, or really expensive to add later? And what can I do on my own after I close on the home? Usually the structural items are not only the most expensive, but also the hardest to add later. This will be things like a 3-car garage, Grandmaster bath, gourmet kitchen, 9-foot ceilings, fireplace, or larger doors and windows. If you're building in a location with basements, you may also want to consider adding taller basement walls or a walkout basement. There are other items that aren't as expensive, but would still be hard or expensive to do later. You might want to add a window or two. Obviously, this is something you wouldn't want to do after the home is built. You may also want to consider adding features that will make the home more energy efficient. For instance, the cost to upgrade the furnace or water heater might only be a few $100s, but to replace them will cost thousands. You might also want to add blown-in insulation. These items will cost you more upfront, but they'll save you money every month for years to come. You may also want to consider adding plumbing in locations where you might want to add a bathroom, a wet bar, or a kitchen in the future. Don't forget the extra outlets and lighting. Carefully consider locations where you might want to add lighting or outlets. Garages are notorious for not having enough outlets, especially if you're going to put a freezer in the garage or your Tesla. Often builders don't put lights or outlets in closets. You may want to add a can light or ceiling fans. These are all things that should probably be done with the home builder. Adding these items after you close on the home can make a huge mess and cost a lot more than if you had just done them to begin with. Now, before I continue, can I ask, what is it about building a home that excites you? Please comment below. Also, will you please give this video a thumbs up to support my channel? I would appreciate it more than you know, and that thumbs up will help others see that this video is helpful. Thanks. Okay, continuing on, you may also want to consider things that will give your home the best resale value. Most professionals would tell you to spend your money in the kitchen and in the master bathroom. These two locations will help you sell your home when that time comes and make the home a more beautiful, enjoyable place to live. In the kitchen, you might want to upgrade to the gourmet kitchen. This usually includes double ovens, a gas cooktop, and a hood. It's a feature that will make your home look sharp. If the builder doesn't include 42-inch upper cabinets, that's something you'll want to strongly consider as well. And if you still have money left over, you may want to upgrade the kitchen sink from a double basin to a large single basin farm sink. You'll also want to strongly consider upgrading the Grandmaster Bathroom. This will give you double sinks, a separate tub and shower, and the tub is usually upgraded to a garden tub. If you decide to forego the Grandmaster bath option, you should at least consider adding a large garden tub, and you may want to upgrade to adult height countertops. Really, the last thing you might just want to upgrade from the very beginning would be the flooring. Why? Because once you move in, it's a hassle to move all your furniture to replace the flooring. To get the most bang for your buck, you want to look into the different laminate flooring options instead of hardwood. Laminate floors are usually less expensive, more durable, and require less maintenance. As far as carpet goes, upgrade the pad more than the actual carpet. This will extend the life of the carpet and make it feel more expensive. Oh, and I can't forget landscaping. Most builders do not include full yard landscaping, so I recommend getting a price quote from the builder to have them do the full yard or set some money aside to install the sprinklers and sod after you close on the home. Okay, so here's a quick list of things you might want to add or do after you close on your brand new, beautiful home if you're looking to save some money. You could paint, add a kitchen backsplash, crown molding, appliances, or plumbing and electrical fixtures. And these last two items, I prefer just to have the builder do, but you can also save some money by upgrading the cabinets and countertops once the home is completed. Just one last thought before I bring this video to a close. My beautiful wife and I have built 5 homes. We've chosen to do many things after the fact. There are definitely some negatives to doing things on your own. For instance, you may be able to save some serious cash, but you'll be trading that for hours upon hours of your precious time. Not to mention, you'll need to come up with that cash out of pocket. Often it's easier to just finance things, put it on your home loan if you can afford to. I know that it can be hard to come up with the cash after you close on the home. If you don't know this already, mortgage rates are at all-time lows. Adding $10,000 in additional upgrades to your mortgage will only increase your house payment by about $30 more per month. So personally, I would just add the things you want and move on, even if that puts your payment slightly above your comfort zone. For me, it's worth it not to have to come up with the cash and spend my precious time doing the work on my own. Now, some of you might be thinking, maybe I should just buy an existing home. I think Snoop Doggy Dogg would say something like, heck no, or something like that. Anyway, concessions will always need to be made, whether you're looking to build or buy existing. I'm not gonna go over that right now because I've already covered that in another video called Why Build a Home versus Buying Existing. If you think you're ready to build a home, be sure to watch my video, the most in-depth guide for buying a new construction home. I'll put links to both of these videos below. Here's a quick pro tip. Once you've selected all of your options, before you start the home build process, go over the plans in detail with the builder or its representative to confirm everything you added is on the plans and in the right locations. You'll want to do this before your final sign off. Once the builder starts construction on the house, it's often too late to add or change things. If this happens to you, or you suddenly remember something that you wanted to add to your home, take a deep breath and let it go. Your home will still be amazing, and believe it or not, you will survive without it. If the builder does allow you to add these items after construction has started, they'll most likely charge you a change order fee on top of the cost to add the option. Now, because you're making such a large financial commitment, you'll want to be fully informed and prepared before you start looking at homes. Without a doubt, building a home will be one of the best, safest investments you'll ever make. And it'll also be one of the most rewarding things that you ever do. But the home build process can be stressful and confusing. So here's a quick list of other videos that are sure to help you as you prepare to build a home. How to save money when building a home. 10 questions you should ask home builders. How to choose the best home site. Why you should use the builder's preferred lender. The most in-depth video on how a house is built. And should you build a house in 2021? If you're planning to move to Utah, or you already live here and you're looking to buy, sell, or build a home, I would love to talk with you. Please feel free to contact me directly. If there's something in this video that stood out to you as being helpful, or if you have questions, please comment below. Sincerely, I want to hear from you. If you know someone who's thinking about building a home or moving to Utah, please share this video with them. And please, don't forget to hit the subscribe button below and ring the bell to be notified each time I post new videos. Also, you can find me on Instagram at Ty, the Real Estate Guy. If you found this information helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to ring that little bell below. It'll make you feel good.